Moonlit Grove, a name that conjures images of a mystical, serene forest bathed in the soft glow of the moon. Even the name held a certain magic, a promise of enchantment and tranquility. The grove was a sanctuary, a place where sunlight dappled through ancient trees, creating a mosaic of light and shadow on the forest floor. It painted the forest floor with shimmering light, a dance of brightness and shade that seemed almost magical. The air hummed with the music of nature, a symphony of sounds that brought the forest to life. Leaves rustled softly in the gentle breeze, whispering secrets to those who would listen. Birdsong filled the air, a sweet melody that echoed through the trees, adding to the grove's serene ambience. A gentle stream flowed through the heart of the grove, its waters clear and cool, providing a soothing soundtrack to the forest's tranquility. Its waters sparkled like 1,000 diamonds under the watchful gaze of the moon, reflecting the celestial light in a mesmerizing display. Moonlit Grove was more than just a forest. It was a realm of wonder and mystery. It was a living, breathing entity, its essence intertwined with the very fabric of nature. Its heart pulsed with ancient magic, a force that had been present for eons. It had borne witness to countless seasons, each one leaving its mark on the grove. It held the secrets of the earth and whispered them on the wind, sharing its wisdom with those who would listen. The trees stood tall and proud, their branches reaching towards the heavens as if in silent prayer. They had stood for centuries, silent guardians of this sacred place, their roots deep in the earth and their branches high in the sky. The air itself felt different here, imbued with a sense of purity and renewal. It was clean and crisp, a refreshing change from the polluted air of the cities. Each breath was a revitalizing elixir, filling the lungs with life and energy. Moonlit Grove was a place of peace, a sanctuary from the chaos of the world where one could find solace and serenity. The scent of pine needles and damp earth filled the air, grounding the senses and connecting one to nature. It mingled with the sweet perfume of wildflowers, creating a bouquet of natural fragrances. It was an intoxicating aroma, one that promised to heal the soul and soothe the mind. Moonlit Grove was not just a place, it was an experience, a journey into the heart of nature's magic. Evelyn returned to Moonlit Grove with a heart full of trepidation. The forest had always been a place of solace for her, a sanctuary where she could escape the chaos of the world. But today it felt different. The air was thick with memories, each step she took echoing with the ghosts of the past. Years had passed since she had last walked these paths. The once familiar trail was now overgrown, nature reclaiming what was once hers. Yet every twist and turn of the path was etched deeply in her memory. The memory of that last day lingered, a bittersweet ache in her chest. She could still see his face, the way he looked at her with a promise in his eyes, a promise that was never fulfilled. She remembered the warmth of his hand in hers, the look in his eyes as he'd promised to return. They had shared dreams and whispered secrets under the canopy of these ancient trees. But fate, it seemed, had other plans. The path was overgrown now, but still, she remembered, each step she took was a step back in time to a place where love once flourished. The forest had changed, yet it remained the same. It was a living testament to the passage of time, a silent witness to her sorrow and her hope. Each twist and turn was etched upon her heart. The winding paths seemed to mirror the journey of her own life, full of unexpected turns and hidden surprises. It was as though a part of her had always remained here, waiting, hoping. The forest was a part of her, and she was a part of it. They were intertwined, their fates forever linked. She could almost hear his laughter echoing through the trees, feel the warmth of his presence beside her. The memories were so vivid, it was as if he was there with her, walking beside her once more. The sunlight seemed to dance differently here, filtered through the leaves of the ancient trees. It was as though the forest itself was alive, welcoming her back with open arms. It was as though the forest itself welcomed her back, embraced her with its warmth. Each rustle of leaves, each chirp of a bird seemed to whisper his name, reminding her of all that she had lost, all that she dared to hope to find again. The forest was a symphony of sounds, each note a reminder of the love they had shared. It was a place where time stood still, where the past and present merged into one. As she walked, she remembered their first meeting, the shy smiles, the stolen glances. It was in this very grove that their love had blossomed, under the watchful gaze of the moon. This grove had been their sanctuary, a place where their love had blossomed under the watchful gaze of the moon. It was a place of magic, where dreams were born and hearts were healed. Could it be possible that it held the key to healing their broken hearts, to finding their way back to each other? The forest held many secrets, and perhaps, just perhaps, it held the answer she had been searching for all these years. The air grew cooler as evening approached, the sun dipping below the horizon, casting long shadows that stretched across the forest floor. The forest floor was bathed in the soft glow of twilight, a magical time when the world seemed to hold its breath. The trees seemed to whisper secrets to one another, their leaves rustling gently in the evening breeze, creating a symphony of nature's own making. Their shadows danced in the fading light, creating intricate patterns on the ground, as if telling stories of old. Evelyn walked on, drawn deeper into the heart of the grove, her footsteps light and deliberate, as if guided by an unseen force. She paused by a giant oak, its bark gnarled and twisted with age, a silent witness to countless seasons and stories. This was their spot, the place where they had carved their initials, a symbol of their enduring love, a love that had weathered the storms of time. The initials remained, faded but still visible, a testament to a love that time had not erased, a love that had left its mark on the world. Closing her eyes, she rested her palm against the rough bark, feeling a connection to the past, to him, to the moments they had shared. The scent of the earth, the gentle whisper of the wind, it all spoke of him, of their shared memories in this sacred place, a place that held their secrets. A single tear traced a path down her cheek, a release of the pain she had carried for so long, a pain that had been her constant companion. As she stood there, lost in thought, she heard it, the faint melody of a song carried on the wind, a song that had once been the soundtrack of their love. It was their song, the one they had danced to beneath the stars all those years ago, a song that had woven their hearts together. Her heart skipped a beat. Could it be him? Could the echoes of the past be calling her back to him? Was it possible, after all this time? Could love truly transcend the boundaries of time and space, bringing them back together once more? The melody grew stronger as she followed the sound. It led her deeper into the grove, towards a clearing bathed in moonlight. And there, beneath the weeping willows, she saw him, Lucas. Time had etched lines upon his face, but his eyes, those warm, kind eyes, still held the same love she remembered. He was playing their song on an old acoustic guitar. The melody flowed from his fingertips, filling the air with a bittersweet longing. Their eyes met across the clearing, and in that instant the years melted away. It was as though no time had passed at all. The world around them faded, and all that remained was the two of them, bound by a love that even time could not diminish. He stopped playing, his gaze never leaving hers. A look of wonderment spread across his face, mirroring her own. In that shared silence, beneath the watchful gaze of the moon, they found each other again. Hand in hand, they walked to the edge of the pond. The water was a still, reflective pool. It mirrored the star-studded sky above. They sat in comfortable silence, their shoulders brushing, the warmth of his presence chasing away the chill of the night. Words felt unnecessary, their eyes spoke volumes, expressing the unspoken emotions that words could never fully capture, the years of heartache, the longing, the regret. It all seemed to dissipate in the shared silence of their reunion. "I never stopped thinking about you," Lucas confessed, his voice a low murmur that broke the stillness. "This grove, it holds our memories. I came back hoping to find a piece of you, a whisper of what we had." Evelyn's heart ached with a bittersweet joy. "As did I," she whispered back, her hand finding his. "This place, it's always held a piece of my heart. It's as though a part of me knew I would find you here again." As the first rays of dawn painted the sky with hues of pink and gold, they rose, Hand in hand they walked through the awakening forest. The air was fresh with the promise of a new day, a new beginning. The path ahead was uncertain, but they would face it together, their love a beacon of hope guiding their way. The past was behind them now, a distant memory. What mattered was the present moment, the precious gift of being reunited in the sanctuary of their love. With each step, they felt a sense of lightness, a weight lifted from their hearts. The grove had worked its magic, healing old wounds, rekindling a love that had never truly died. They had found their way back to each other, and in doing so, they had found their way back to themselves. Close your eyes for a moment. Imagine the gentle breeze whispering through the trees, carrying with it the sweet scent of pine needles and damp earth. Picture the sun-dappled paths, the shimmering waters of the pond, the ancient trees standing as silent guardians of this sacred place. Moonlit Grove is more than just a place. It is a feeling, a state of mind. It is a reminder that even in the darkest of times there is always hope, always the possibility of healing and renewal. Carry the peace of Moonlit Grove with you wherever you go. Let it be a source of strength and comfort, a reminder that love, like nature itself, has the power to heal and transform.